All right, we're here at CANCAST 2024, Canada's largest fishing show. We're going to show you some of the cool stuff that's happening here, some of the cool people that are around.
And we're going to find out if it really is a tackle swap.
We'll tell you what we mean in a second.
It's like a house league for fishing,
which turned into something a lot bigger than we thought.
Are you open to the idea of trading at all? So many years ago, this show was known as the Peterborough Tackle Swap, something like that. And it's changed to CANCAST over the years. But I brought some stuff today that I'm hoping that I can find out if there's still a trade and a tackle swap happening here. I got something in mind that I want, and so I brought some stuff to see if I can get it. I'm gonna try and trade up. Never done it before, but I've seen other people do it.
Look who it is.
The imposters.
The imposters.
Nice beards, boys.
Nice beards. Hey, whatever happened to your mustache, eh?
It's still there.
You guys aren't allowed to have beards. We were discussing, he can have mutton chops and you can have a mustache, but that's the extent of it.
My goal is, whatever you can do, we can do better.
Well, you got the fishing thing down, so I guess the next thing's the beards. That makes sense. Man, great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Really been loving the podcast. Like, loving it. So, what'd you get so far?
I got a Smithwick's Devil's Horse. My props are still working really smooth on this, which is pretty rare.
Just put some WD-40 on that. That'll fix it.
So, I've got a mission. Maybe you guys can help. I'm trying to find the biggest lipless crankbait I can find. I'm going to try and find the biggest lipless crankbait that I can find. I hear it's really good for musky fishing, and I didn't catch that many musky last year, so we're going to see. I want a lipless crank as big as my fist or bigger. Let's see if we can find that.
We've got Mike here from Fishing Frenzy, and you were kind of just telling us a little bit about what Fishing Frenzy is, but hopefully you can tell the people watching what exactly it is you guys do.
Yeah, so we started some youth fishing leagues, okay? So as a parent, I could sign my kids up to dance classes, music lessons, sports leagues. I'm a big hockey guy. I love playing hockey. I still do at 40 years old. I'm playing men's league, right? But the thing is you can't sign your kids up to fishing. And we were like, why not? Like, our fishing industry is heavily dependent on generations passing that knowledge down. And if you don't have someone in your family that's going to spend the time with you passing that knowledge down, or someone who doesn't have the knowledge, where are you going to learn? It's very rare that you pick it up by yourself, right? So we created youth fishing leagues, and it's very simple. Where do you start fishing? From shoreline usually, right? So all our fishing leagues are from the shoreline. We have 13 different leagues this year as we're growing, and it's 4 days long, 2 hours every day. So this ensures that they're getting that proper education and that experience on the water. So it's a competition. Every kid that joins our league gets a jersey, a hat, polarized glasses, a starter kit, rod and reel, tackle. We have great support from the fishing industry, a lot of companies who have given us product to put towards this program, and we're here trying to just spread the word and get it out there. It's like a house league for fishing instead of hockey.
That is actually super cool. You're right. There isn't like that path for fishing like there is with other sports. Mike, what you're doing sounds so cool. So thank you for everything you've done. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us. And we'll catch up a little bit later.
Hey, Paddleheads.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, we've got Brendan here with the Perfect Jig. We've heard the AOA guys talk about you and your product a lot. They swear by it. I've never actually bought anything, but I'm very interested, and we're interested in talking to local guys. You're from here in Ontario?
Yeah, we're from Brighton, Ontario.
And you make all this stuff yourself?
We make and manufacture pretty much 95% of our products, so yeah, we're pretty much self-made. Yeah.
And what would you say is like the staple? I mean, the Perfect Jig is kind of in the name, but is there a specific product that you're particularly proud of, or what do people like to buy, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so we're known, obviously, we started as a jig company. We actually started on our own making 10 or 15 products a year for ourselves, which turned into something a lot bigger than we thought too. So we're kind of known for our jigs for sure. The Elite Jig is one popular jig that we have made. It's proprietary right to Perfect Jig. Actually has a screw lock system on the shank of the hook that allows you to screw your chunk up and keep it on securely. without sliding down and falling off. Yeah.
So it's not just jigs, but you guys do other stuff as well.
Yeah, we do stuff for largemouth, smallmouth, pike, walleye guys. Really heavy right now into lake trout. A lot of lodges and stuff for 5-inch tubes, big 6-inch mag swimmers. We have a new Alive series, which is a forward-facing product, which is super big. It just allows you to track your bait a lot faster, and it picks up on your sonar a lot better.
So I've seen a little bit. This is the Alive series. So this is for people who are using forward-facing sonar?
Yeah, forward-facing sonar or sonar in general. It actually just allows you to see your bait a lot better, and it has a sonar enhancer and a coating on the bait that lets you pick up your bait easier.
Getting in on that live scope market. Those things are blowing up. So, well, very cool, Brendan. Nice to meet you. Thanks for taking a minute here.
Yeah, nice meeting you guys.
And keep up what you're doing, because we need more companies coming out of Ontario making good stuff. So,
awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, we made it to the tackle swap side. I've made my first trade. Traded Aaron Dawes from Kayak Bass Canada a Kayak Bass Canada sticker for a Paddlehead sticker. These are $5.
No, I'm sorry. That's super lame. That's not what we're here for, Adam.
No. It's my first trade ever. This was $5, and ours aren't worth. This is my first trade ever. Ours aren't worth even nearly that much. This is the trade up. So, proof of concept. So now, I brought a couple reels and some lures, and we're gonna look around these tables here, see if I can find the round reel that I'm looking for, and see if someone will trade me. This is sick.
Like it's a big, pretty local resident.
It's got automatic cast control. I don't know what that means.
It's probably how they used to say drag. So that's what you're looking for, eh? A round reel like that. Dude, look at the thing on the side.
Oh, that's very cool. What is this?
Larry Nixon.
This is very cool.
Larry Nixon had to see it. I have a rod, a Larry Nixon rod.
Are you guys willing to like trade? Something?
Yeah.
No? Okay, fair enough.
Depends. What do you trade?
Well, I brought some lures, I brought some reels, and I'm wondering, it's a tackle swap, right?
So first place was a bust. They weren't really interested in trading, and the stuff they had was kind of like higher end, more expensive. They didn't say no, but they didn't seem interested. Okay, take two.
Take two.
So I'm here with Alan from Crooked Hooks Fishing. We ran into him here at CANCAST.
For the second time.
For the second time, that's right. And did you get anything at the show so far?
As soon as they opened, I picked up a live scope.
A live scope.
The LVS 32 live scope.
Wow, that's sweet. Did you get any deal on it, or?
Well, they posted a thing that they had 6 units, and they were on a major discount, close to half off. So,
how could you resist?
I even got the support from the wife. She literally sent me a text saying, "Go, run."
That's amazing.
Yes, I will never leave her, ever.
Well, a deal like that, yeah, you can't. It's hard for anybody to pass that up.
You can't really pass it up. It's the last thing I needed. I just finished a whole mess of major modifications to the Coosa. Last year, I got the 2023 Coosa FD.
Nice. That's a fishing kayak, by the way.
Fishing kayak for those who don't know, with the pedal drive.
Putting a live scope on a fishing kayak.
Live scope on a fishing kayak with the Garmin 75 SV. So
that's impressive.
It's pretty much everything I need for the next 10 years.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really go wrong.
So, any fishing baits you're looking for, or?
To just picking up a few things from obviously from Jeff's booth over at Limestone Lures.
Nice.
And there were a couple cool custom things and stuff like that, but the top waters that I was looking for, I didn't see many of those, so I'll have to take another bull around before I head out.
Cool. Yeah. Hopefully you find something.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm looking for a lipless crank that's like as big as my fist.
JB's Custom Baits.
JB's Custom Baits.
JB's Custom Baits is one as big as your head.
So Alan is going to take us to where he saw that giant lipless crankbait, and hopefully I can get my goal.
I told you they were here.
Those are big.
These two? I'm looking for the line tie on the top.
Okay, so what happened? They weren't lipless crankbaits.
No, those aren't quite lipless crank. Close though. The line tie was on the nose, and it's got to be on the top. So you can do the vertical jigging, and that bait's not going to like drop as fast. It's going to be more like side to side action, which is great, but not what I'm looking for.
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, we're gonna keep trying
We've got Royce here. Royce, what was your Instagram page called?
So I've got two. I've got Radio Voice Royce now. That's the new one. From the Average Ontario Anglers handle they've given me, RVR, Radio Voice Royce.
We were just kind of talking about fishing. You said you've been camping your whole life. And so really what I wanted to know is, like, through all that time that you've been doing that, what is the thing that keeps you coming back? What is it about camping and fishing and the outdoor lifestyle that you've brought your kids up into? What is it about it that draws you to it?
Being outside, a connection to creation, a connection to being outdoors is amazing. We have a trailer, I have tents, I have hammocks, I got everything. And I like using them all, but I just want to be outside. I want to be outdoors. I'll go in the trailer with the wife, but we spend all our time outside, hiking. We do get out fishing. She's becoming a lot more adventurous that way, and she loves to go canoeing with me now too. So it's just being outside, rather being stuck inside, with a phone in our hands. Man, it's not the way to be. Outdoors is the way to be.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, I think there's really a balance there, and it's important for the kids coming up that we continue to introduce them to these spaces. So for you bring your kids out. I've got little kids that I bring out. So I think what you're talking about is important for other people to know, especially that have little kids. It's the sort of thing that we should be getting more people out doing. So just not in our spots, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, my spots, I have some secret spots we don't talk about. They've been discovered in Crown Land lately, but we try to keep them under wraps. But I even bring people out with me a lot, like young guys that I know, and I bring them out, educate them a little bit, let them get a taste of the outdoors, and they love it.
And the truth is, if you get into this kind of thing, you can find your own spots. And Ontario is a big place. There's lots of room for everybody. So anyways, Royce, good to meet you.
Yeah.
Thaning the time.
Well, Adam. Yeah. And Ben, too.
Yep.
It's been great to meet you guys.
Did we get you a sticker?
I did get a sticker earlier, yeah.
Okay, no more.
I've been enjoying your guys' content a lot. It's been really good. Yeah,
well, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. I don't have very high expectations that this is going to work. First of all, the guy I was just talking to told me that the reels that I brought are basically worthless. They're made in Japan, and I guess at that time in the late 70s and early 80s, they weren't that valuable, which is like the opposite now. So I do have a couple other things that are a little higher value. I'm hoping they're going to work, but I'm not so sure that this is going to actually work.
Is the tackle swap dead?
Oh my gosh, it's so light.
Wow, that has been well taken care of. Or it's
the
just
Shimano Cardiff. This one's not going to do the trick though, because that spool is pretty small. I need something with a bigger spool. That's a much bigger spool. This is more like what I'm looking for. What's the line capacity on something like this? I think is it 400?
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually my brother's reels.
I'm thinking about putting lead core on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can. Are you open to the idea of trading at all? If I have something that is valuable to you, was that a no?
Hey, look who it is. Nice.
How's it going?
Good, how are you, man?
Sweaty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, can you show us what's in your bag? What'd you get?
Stuff.
Some stuff, eh?
Show us the goods. Whoa. This is a family-friendly show,
That's so shiny.
Wow.
Feel how light they are.
Man, that is beautiful.
That's not going to hurt my back at all.
Whoa, no, not at all.
That's key. Don't hurt your back.
MKT lures. Custom made for you?
Custom made, custom colors.
Wow.
So we'll see.
Well, I don't want to put it in there with the hooks. There we go.
Yeah, I got to finagle them back in.
Impressive, man. That's sweet.
Yeah, you just got to keep looking, and who knows what deals you're going to find.
For sure. Yeah, so I'm actually on a mission. Maybe you can help. Looking for the biggest lipless crank I can find. I want one the size of my fist.
I don't think so here. I haven't seen anything.
Okay. It's not looking good.
No.
We're going to keep trying, though. We're here with Jesse and Andrew from Average Ontario Anglers, the podcast, and Instagram, and everything else. Anyways, we've got a question for you guys. What do you say to people when they ask you, where were you fishing?
In the water. In the wet spot.
So, I mean, this may be obvious to some people, but to the people that ask us these questions, it's not that obvious. Why don't you want to tell people where you're fishing?
Because if the gatekeeping is one thing, to not divulge the exact spot of where you fish, it takes us years. Like we only get out a few times a year, really, and it takes us years to find a spot that we have good success at. And so if we were to post it on our social media, then hundreds or thousands of people are seeing it, and then our spot is now being overfished. So unfortunately, we can't divulge stuff like that, but we have no problem telling you we fish the Kawarthas a lot. That's not a secret. We fish on Lake Simcoe. That's not a secret. We'll give you lots of helpful tips and pointers on how to catch fish, how to locate fish on your own body of water.
That's cool. So you're trying to hide your spot, just trying to protect your spot that you've worked so hard for. Yep. And you also want people to earn it themselves, because that's part of the fun of fishing, right?
Way more enjoyment earning it.
How many times do people ask that of you?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate that.
No problem.
Let you get back to it.
You too.
And we'll be out for musky opener and walleye opener, right?
Can't wait.
Can you tell us where that spot is, though?
Later. You'll get the pin drop an hour before we should be there.
It's like it takes 3 hours to get there, man.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Right. Actually, you know what, bud? You want that for $5 here.
Yeah, those lipless crankbaits, they weren't big enough. I want bigger. I'm definitely interested in something here.
You can even paint that one, right?
I was thinking, yeah.
And that one. There you go, 3 or 4 of them right there.
You know what? I'll take 3 of them here. Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot.
Grab those too.
I am, yeah. Now these aren't quite as big as my fist. We're gonna need a little bit of TLC. Get some new split rings on there. Get some new hooks on that.
Those are tiny.
Well, they're bigger than the lipless I have, so let's see if I can get bigger. That would be awesome, but this is the biggest I could find so far.
We hooked this because I work with, I'm buddies with Guided Lines, right? So we brought the hockey stick rod out last week, hooked it up to their downrigger, and we smashed it like, we didn't weigh it, but I want to say it was like 10, 12 pound Laker on this thing. Wow. Man, fighting it with there's no flex.
Man, that is awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
As long as you can reel fast enough.
That almost beats our mic.
It gets close to the boat, you just rip it out of the water.
This is like a panfish reel. It was screaming.
But you landed it.
We landed it. We actually landed it in one of these. So these got sent to me recently. It's a company out of the States. It's broken twig landing nets. They take all the broken hockey sticks and turn them into fishing nets.
Cool. It was awesome meeting you, Shawn.
Absolutely. Same to you, brother.
Yeah, we'll reach out, dude.
All right. Thank you very much.
How many cages do I have? Cross line?
Yeah.
Since I'm not really feeling good about this, I need like a bit of what do we call it? A motivation booster, a morale booster.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna try small. I got a couple baits. I'm gonna see if I can just make a trade and get my confidence back up, work my way up to the reel. But we're here now, so let's try it. If I get something that is valued at the same, would you be willing to trade me?
I'm always willing to trade that.
Okay. What
It's
are you
got to be
looking
worth
for?
it, yeah.
What can I help you get? Cash. Okay. If you were going to sell something like that, what would you put a price on that? $5? Jeez. I took this reel apart and actually did a whole video on like cleaning it up and kind of restoring it. Yeah. But it had what looked like a leather drag disc in it. I put carbon fiber in it.
Oh, like in the
Yeah, that's right. This has got a carbon fiber drag now. It's upgraded.
Okay, yeah.
Very.
Maybe they did that. I never took one apart.
No. So do you want this more now because it's got carbon fiber in it? We have here Adam Merrifield. Is that how you say it? We've just met, but actually we were introduced to your book from the AOA podcast. Average Ontario Anglers talked about it a little bit. They are great. What does fishing mean to you, and how did you come to write a book?
So, my mom rented a house when I was a small child, 4 or 5, that had a creek in the backyard. It was Laurel Creek in Waterloo, for Waterloo folks, represent. So my buddy actually lived across the creek, and we just spent all this time going back and forth across the creek. that eventually turned into fishing. So I've been fishing since, probably 5-6 years old. Got a little bit more advanced in my later years as my dad took me on fishing trips. I learned a little bit about that. Talk about that in the book. Then I had kids, sort of in my 20s. I wanted to make fishing easy for them, so I got them into ponds and stuff. I really lost that creek sort of river fishing perspective. I got into the catch of boats. I got to have a bigger boat, a faster boat, get to this part of the lake. And but meanwhile, I had the Grand River in Kitchener, 12 minutes in my backyard. I really fell in love, took my knowledge of fishing and my childhood life of fishing, put it back into what I know as an adult, and turned into a book a few years later. Over 300 copies sold before today. We sold a couple hundred copies today, so
good for you.
One thing led to another.
Well, here's the book. Mighty Smallmouth Catching Big Bass on Small Water. The AOA guys highly recommend this, so I would say if you're interested or curious, check it out. And do you have somewhere like a website or something people can follow you and find out more?
Yep, you can go to saydoggy.com, all my apparel, books, and after this show, you'll be able to get my tackle as well.
Very cool. Adam, good to meet you. Thanks for taking the time.
Right on. Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, take care.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, guys.
Great to see you.
Yeah, how's it going, man? Long time no see an actual person.
Yeah, here we are.
Hey, guys. You're welcome. I don't work here. So Jeff just hooked me up with a bunch of stuff to help me out with my trade, and then I gave it away to like these kids that have been following Ben and I around the whole show. They're like, "Are you guys YouTubers?" So that's been a lot of fun. So they just got a bunch of free limestone lures. That means I don't have that stuff to help me trade, but I think I have some good enough stuff. We're gonna head over there now. I'm honestly not feeling really good about this. I'm pretty discouraged. I've asked a couple people. Nobody seems to want to trade, so I don't know. Maybe this isn't gonna work. But we're gonna try. I'm gonna try. I mean, everyone came here with stuff they want to sell and leave with. They want to leave with money. They don't want to leave with more stuff. So maybe this was a bad idea. If I can trade for something, if I can trade up, something a little bit more valuable than what I've got, just do that one trade at a time and make my way up to a reel.
Okay, this is like the red paperclip guy, right?
Maybe.
Yes.
You know that story? The guy who ended up with a house?
That's right.
He started trading?
Right.
So anything you're looking to trade for a brand new, a rare, because I got it. Nobody else named Adam with my appearance has bought this lure, so it's really unique. I'm wondering if you've got anything that's slightly higher value than this, you'd be willing to trade with me. I'm testing the theory that this is still a tackle swap. So, I mean, that tail dancer is certainly higher value than this.
It is, but it's a tail dancer.
I know, and that color does good. You'd really be helping. What if I put in a sticker? We have a YouTube channel called Paddleheads.
Okay.
If I put in a sticker with the flicker shot and a little bit of charity, how do you feel about that?
I can do it for you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, awesome. First successful one.
Yes, thank you. What's your name?
John.
You don't mind being in the video?
No, not at all.
Okay, that's so
cool.
Yes!
Yes!
Okay. Yes! I wasn't so sure about that. I'm all flushed now and sweaty.
Dude, you were trying so hard.
That was a tough negotiation. Oh, but listen, here's the thing. I don't know if I want to get rid of this. This is a good lure.
It is a good lure, but
that's kind of what we need. We need something that someone else is going to want.
Exactly.
Okay, hey, look. Proof of concept. We got Wes from Wamb Bits. I was actually just listening to the Average Ontario podcast, whatever that podcast is called. Can you tell us about maybe one of the baits that is more popular and tell us a little bit about it?
This one's been super popular today. It's one of the brand new ones. It's a 3.5-inch jig trailer. These guys, you can put them on a chatterbait, you can put them on a swim bait, and these guys kick really hard in the current. Just steady cast retrieve. These guys, you could also pitch them and flip them, put them on a Texas rig. Super versatile, super productive. Really hard, durable plastic, so you can can really throw these around wood and stuff like that and not worry about it breaking off.
Have you ever thought of like designing your own plastic bait?
Without getting too much into it, yes, I have. And there may or may not be a couple things coming. So I'll leave it at that.
There you go. Well, that's cool. And so what's next? You think you see yourself doing this for a long time? And
I hope so, yeah. I mean, given the results of the show, I mean, everybody's showed up and shown a lot of support, which I'm super thankful for. Blown my mind. Obviously, like, I didn't expect anybody to show up. I mean, like they have. I expected people to show up, but not the way that they have, and really supported the brand and super appreciative of that.
Well, if the person watching is interested in picking up some of your stuff, where can they go?
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on the website, wambbaits.ca, wambbaits_Canada on Instagram, or Wamb Canada on Facebook.
Cool. We got through that all right. Wes, thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Best for last, right?
That's it.
Awesome. Thank you. Take care. Andrew, what happened? What happened?
I found this, and I liked it so much, I can't give it to him. He needs to go buy his own. There's another one there.
And this closes in 15 minutes. We have 15 minutes to get there.
Okay, let's go.
Building. Right side tables at the end.
All the vendors, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out.
Is where he said it was?
No. Man, those are beautiful. Well, another super successful CANCAST. That was a blast. I'm so tired though. Information overload.
Me too.
How old did you do? What'd you get?
Well, proof of concept. The swap is not dead.
Not completely dead.
I didn't accomplish my mission entirely, but I got a real deep diving, nice crankbait. Thanks to John. John, he really made it. He made it happen.
For sure. Thanks, bud. And I got my my rattle traps, my big lipless crank that I was looking for. Super sweet. Thanks to Andrew for keeping an eye out for me. That's awesome. Anyways, we'll catch you later.
Thanks to everyone who talked on the camera. Love you guys.
Thanks to everyone who talked to us.
Peace, love, and
go fish.
Go fish. Minutes to just ask you about the baits and I don't know. We've been.
We're so tired.
My brain is fried.
I said, do you know what you're gonna ask?
No, and I said,
I'm good.
no.